I'd like to congratulate you on the Navarre Beach Area Chamber's 41st anniversary. I can hardly believe it's been 40-some years since we sat at the table at Carl and Maggie's Cafe. Most of y'all don't even know what that is. It's on the west side of Navarre Park. The group of men that would come there and have coffee every morning, share stories, local news, and do a lot of bullshitting, right, Bill? We cleaned it up for you now. To the best of my recollection, these were the men that basically went every day there. Mr. Ira Wells, who is Ira Mae Bruce's father, Bill Wells, Ira Mae's uncle, Al Pullum, Bill Pullum's father, Orion Parker, my father, and Leroy Wells and Danny Stevens on occasion came to be with us. Bill Pullum and I came when we could do it. We weren't there every day. But I think we were there, Bill, when it really counted. Because they started putting the hammer down on us about who's going to be the president, and they decided to just railroad me into being the first president. And we already had it slated to put Bill on the second president, so he couldn't get out of it. The conversation around these tables, you can imagine, was pretty lively. And often the question came up, what can we do as a bunch of older men sitting around this table drinking coffee, what can we do to improve, we'll use a golf term, the life of this community? We want to help it. We want to see it grow. And what can we do? This group of men decided that maybe a Chamber of Commerce would be a good idea. And of course, none of us sitting at the table, Bill, if you remember, we didn't know what anything about developing the Chamber of Commerce. That's like foreign language to me. But we thought it was a good idea. So originally we hoped that possibly we could join a couple of us, whoever wanted to, Chamber of Commerce up in Milton. I don't need that thing. So I joined the Chamber of Commerce up in Milton, and we went, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We went, I went for several months, but things didn't work out too good. So we decided we better just stick to the original recipe. And the original recipe said to develop Holly Navarre Chamber of Commerce. And that's what it was originally. And that, of course, was incorporated in 1975. It was determined that we needed to have a set of goals. Because you can't do anything without some goals. You don't set up some goals, you don't know where you're going. You'll end up doing like my wife said, running off on the rabbit trails. And you don't get anything done running off on rabbit trails. One of the first goals that we established was the fact that we needed a local call for our telephones. Y'all can't believe it. When you got on the telephone and you called Fort Walton Beach, that's long distance. You got on the telephone and called Milton, long distance. You got on the telephone and called Gulf Breeze, believe it or not. It was long distance. I know it's hard for you to believe it, but that happened. It's a real problem, especially for people wanting to start a business or to just plain live in Navarre. You can imagine that. So the Chamber of Commerce, as we were known then, the Holly Navarre Chamber, we lobbied Santa Rosa County Commissioners, Southern Bell Telephone, the Florida Public Service Commission for local service, and it was not until 1984 that the goal was finally met under Bill Pullum's reign as president. He was a president, by the way, twice. Second goal, school situation. Oh my Lord. Y'all realize what happened with the school situation? We didn't have any school in Navarre, period. But you did have a school in Holly. Or have any of y'all ever seen the old school? Let me see the hands of any of y'all have ever seen it. Then you know what I'm talking about. It was a very old school and the cafeteria had been shut down. The children had to bring their own lunches, no hot lunches at all. And the middle schoolers and the high schoolers had to be bused to either Gulf Breeze or to Milton. Now, how would you like to get up at 4:35 to get your kid down to the road so it's dark they can get on the bus and go to school? Well, we didn't like that. So as chamber members, we decided, this was really exciting, we decided to go to all the school board meetings. And when I said go, we have over 100 people at those meetings. And my wife said, don't tell this, don't tell me. I'll never forget, we had been up there for a couple of months, and we were getting worn, our patience was getting thin. Because they kept promising us, and I understand it's all about money, we all know that. But we weren't concerned about that, we wanted a school. An elementary school would be fine to start with. So, on this particular occasion, I got up and spoke with the group. We had, if I recall, about 125 or 30 people there. And when I got up, I'm not going to name names, it's not safe. Certain individuals said, Mr. Parker, you can sit down. We understand what you want. We know what you want. And we'll get you a school. It just can't be right now. I said, I'm not sitting down until you promise to give us a Dad-Burn school. And he said, well, you know, if you don't, we may have to get a little help and make you sit down. Please sit down. Well, my father got a call about 3 or 4 hours later from one of his friends in Milton, and he said, please get your son to back off on this school issue. He's just about to drive us crazy. He said, maybe you ought to get him to school. This guy was a good friend of my dad's. That's why I don't want to use his name, it doesn't help. Anyway, after a lot of sweat, we did get a promise of a school, and we did finally get an elementary school. And then the next goal was Navarre Park. There was already an undeveloped portion of land that the county called a park, which is on the west side of the Navarre Bridge. The chamber asked Santa Rosa Board of County Commissioners to develop the park, to build a pavilion and a freshwater pond for the children. Well, when you say pond, what does that mean? Permits. Hello. Any of y'all ever had run-ins with the state or federal government on permits? You know about that, don't you? They can get hectic too. The county said we'll file for it. We'll get the permit. Well, there you go again. My impatience, and the members of the Chamber of Commerce were like me. They were impatient. We wanted to get this permit. Let's get on with it. Get it done. So we butted into their business, and we just went over to Tallahassee a couple of times. And we did, I think, according to what they told us in Tallahassee, help get it off the bottom of the pile. Because when you give them something you want them to do, they put it here, and then they put others on top of it, and others on top. Before you know it, it's lost. You don't know where it is. We finally got the county to get the permit, which they did, and we decided we'd like to have some fish in it. Now, is that little pond still there? Yeah. Are there any fish in it? We put brim in it and copper-nosed bluegill. And the kids seem to just love it. You can see them down a little reed pole, throwing their bait in there, and it was exciting for us to see that. Okay, here's another goal. Traffic light. We didn't see it during my regime, but we decided it was something we needed to do something about. At the intersection of 98 and 87, it was very apparent we needed a light. The chamber asked the state, how many people have to die before you folks give us a traffic light here? Well, we're going on a certain count, and they started giving me all this rigmarole, which I didn't understand anyway. But I said, you've already had 4 people killed there that I know about. Maybe before that, maybe even more. But I know of 4 people that had died at that intersection. They said, well, we'll study. And so I see the people that had pushed for it finally got it. Y'all remember, Judy, when y'all got that traffic light? Does anybody remember? When? 88? So you have to start the fight, you got to get somebody else to come behind you and finish it. Okay, number 5, law enforcement. Oh my Lord. In 73, this is going to be something you're going to love. In 73, we had 1 deputy that came down here to work the South End. I know you think I'm telling you whack, but it's the truth. And here's your problem. Every single time an emergency was called, even in Milton, our Guthries that drove that deputy over there, and there was us without for 3 or 4 hours without any help at all. We got a little tired of that. We talked to the chamber, and the chamber said we need to go before the commissioners and get them to give us another deputy. And I will say this, they did. They finally did. In the meantime, I'm not supposed to tell this, but I'll tell this.